So there's one major thing you need to know about me. So I hold the record for Namibia's highest skydiving jump.
What? This morning we have Nelson Ashipala, is a media strategist and manager of corporate communications with experience in strategic communications, digital marketing, public relations, and stakeholder engagement. He is the manager of corporate communications and online media at the Namibia Wildlife Resorts. His career started off as an administrating officer at the Namibian Strategic Agency. He eventually worked his way up to senior communications officer at Namibia Strategist before joining NWR. Ashipala joins us here in studio to shed more light on his life and his career. Good morning, good sir. How are you this morning?
Good morning, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
You are kitted out in the gym, so I'm assuming you are a morning person.
No, yeah, I am. I very much am. So I love my mornings. I think they make my day.
100%. Yeah. Good sir, tell us a little bit about your childhood and how that contributed to the person you are this day.
Yeah, if my mother would be listening to this, I'll tell you I was a very, very naughty child.
My guy.
So, I was one of those kids who were born in the dungeons of Angola.
Okay.
During the liberation struggle.
Sure.
Grew up in Rundu. Surprisingly, many assume that I'm fully Oshiwambo. So I'm a mixed breed. I'm a Oshiwambo Kavango. And I'm one of those kids, that grew up with so many parents, I was being raised, from house to house. Yeah. Like, whenever one is tired of me, they'll always go like, okay, can I have you next? And all those things. So that has always happened, and that's why I'm one of those. I was raised by a village.
So the whole village was involved in your upbringing.
The whole village. So from my Oshiwambo family to my Gurukwangari family, a little bit of Dutch family as well. So and that also makes me very much multilingual. Whenever people hear what language I speak, they always assume yes, I'm the person.
What are some of the things that keep you grounded and motivated in life?
I think it's the joy of living. I've been one of those who I like to call it being fortunate to experience my hobbies. I'm very, very hobby oriented, and that keeps me sane. And fortunately for many of those that I get to meet throughout my career, they understand that my hobbies keep me going.
Keep you going.
They keep me going. So, and I'm always lucky to have employers who allow me
allow you to explore your hobbies.
To explore my hobbies. So, they'll go like, okay, Nelson, take a day off. Go do what you love.
You're speaking about going on a run now, and then after that, going golfing. Is golfing some of the hobbies?
Golfing is a new hobby I just took up.
Oh, it's a new one.
It's a new hobby I just took up. I love it mostly because I think it's something I haven't explored. I've always been very, very extreme. Now, there are two perceptions to this. So, me being extreme. So, there's one major thing you need to know about me. So, I hold the record for Namibia's highest skydiving jump.
What?
Our limit is 13,000. I did 15,000. This was in Swakopmund.
When you're saying skydiving, you mean out of the plane?
Out of the plane.
Like I'm falling skydive.
And I'm a yes.
Okay.
And I'm a tandem skydiver. So eventually, people have made it clear in my life to say, okay, as you get older, you need to start doing things that are a bit much more calmer.
Yeah, less extreme.
Less extreme. So from scuba diving, I've stopped a little bit of scuba diving. I don't go as deep as anymore. So I decided, okay, what do I need to take up with it? And I now decided to join golf. So
my guy.
Now I'm doing golf. I love it. A bit boring.
Yeah, it's a bit okay.
There's nothing about it.
Moving forward with the golfing, how do you keep a positive work-life balance? This is now outside of work, away from work. How do you balance the business aspect and just...
I think I've learned to live within my head. I understand what I need.
Got you.
And when I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And I've never forced myself into anything.
That you don't like.
Mostly if I'm uncomfortable with that situation at hand.
Yeah.
So if I'm not feeling well, I'm not feeling well.
Gotcha.
Mentally. I have to feel well to ensure that I excel. And unfortunately, not many understand it, but those that do, they know that for this guy,
in order to function.
Let's give him what he wants.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Good, sir. Lastly, is there any leadership and business advice you would like to share to our listeners this morning?
Listen to the market. Talk to the market. But most importantly, also what we are picking up as current trends is listen to the youth. They are lazy, but they get things done.
They get things done.
They get things done, and they get it done in a certain way that is very obviously with shortcuts, but then they understand the market trends a lot.
100%.
This is now from your social media. This is from your technological perspective. This is from your every concept of so forth. I always encourage. I would rather have on my team people who do things smartly and make me look good. And where do I get this from? I get it a little from the youth.
From the youth.
Yeah, they've got ideas.
They've got ideas.
They've got ideas for this. Yes.
Good, sir. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning, man. We do have a conversation this morning that we are running, and that conversation that we have with our listeners is true or false. A man who stays in his mother's house is not yet responsible and is not yet mature. Do you agree with that sentiment?
False.
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 Would you like to expand?
I think it's because mothers. Until you are ready to be a father, I think a mother will nurture you in a way.
Got you.
Yeah, she'll nurture you in a way where you become someone that is very good, that is very strong in society.
True.
I was a mommy's boy until I was 30 years old.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I've got a softer side, a very strong softer side, and why I'm a woman is because of mom.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
good, sir. Mr. Nelson, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I know you have to go running, go to the gym, go play golf, and then catch a flight. All in today.
Yo, I've got terrible life problems.
We do thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our real hustle that we're having for this morning. Hopefully you took something away from this conversation. We're going to go back into the music and keep it moving right here on your inspiration station.
That was 99 FM's Royal Hustlers.
Proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation.